to discuss. When it come to news, ain't no better than us. When it come to news, ain't no one you can trust. We got a lot to touch, so it's time to crush. We got a lot to discuss. When it come to news, ain't no better than us. When it come to news, ain't no one you can trust. We got a lot to touch, so it's time to crush. So it's time to crush.
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, The King. Now, you can tell my cold is leaving, so I'm actually getting back to streaming. So I have been playing a lot of games, and I did see Fortnite have some new trailer talking about Power Rangers is showing back up. So you do understand what that means, right? The kid will definitely be playing Power Rangers, but Marvel Rivals had something to say about this, and at the same time, I'm doing my VR, and what the hell am I supposed to do? Seriously, all these actual games, what am I supposed to do? Insane, absolutely insane. Diddy, tell me, what are we supposed to do here? It's too many games that we have available in so little time. One of the games I'm definitely looking forward to, you know, like I know, Mafia the Old Country. We're going to get into a little bit of that. But finally, this generation matters. I think this year, finally, we're at the point where we actually matter. Let's get into these topics. Cats on Duty launches today on PC and console. ES Digital Games Cats on Duty launches today on the Nintendo Switch and is the perfect time for a strategy tower defense game. You heard me right, fan. A tower defense game strategizing with cats. Now, it's launching notably on the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One series consoles, and the PC. Nintendo Switch is joining the crew. Cats on Duty, the perfectly hilarious action-packed ultimate blend of real-time strategy, tower defense, and match 3 mechanics. Our heavily battled armed cat, hardened veterans, rodent scrimmages, and yawn tangles charge in to defend their homeland and their litter boxes. Against the forces of evil, utilize a multitude of cat varieties to engage in combat against 50 types of fiendish creatures. Unleash the power of the whisker and drive those zombies back into the depths of the underworld. It's a tactical tower defense, and I can't tell you, it's only one person I think about when I see this game, and that's Lord Attic, because he's a cat guy. So I want everybody to hashtag Lord Attic in this. I want them to get hashtag Lord Attic on Cats on Duty. I want you to reach out to Attic and tag him in this clip. Cats on Duty, Lord Attic approved. Now, if you're anticipating playing Gears of War Reloaded and the game comes out at the end of the month, well, the file sizes has been revealed. The file sizes for the Xbox is coming in at 68, 69 gigs. And on the PC, it's 70 gigs. Well, while the PlayStation version of the game, we don't know the gigs that are available for that yet. Hopefully it's not too much, but it should be anywhere from the 68 to 71 gig range. With the official number to be available soon, I'll just update this information later on. But Gears of War Reloaded Remaster is the original Gears of War game that first released on 2006. The new build of the game from the Coalition, along with Disbelief and Sumo Interactive, not only brings the series to the PlayStation for the first time, but also includes a number of updates for players. Features of the game include 4K resolution up to 120 frames per second. If you're in multiplayer, the game will also support cross-play, cross-progression on all platforms. To get cross-progression, however, you need to link to your Microsoft account. Step in. You're now part of the team. Other features include zero loading screens during campaign, variable refresh rate, 4K assets, remastered textures, enhanced post-processing visual effects, improved shadows and reflections, and more. Also, if you happen to have the 2015 Gears of War Ultimate Edition, you can upgrade to reload it at no extra cost. The game will also be available via Xbox Game Pass and Xbox Cloud Gaming. So if you're part of what is to be the elite of the elite, Game Pass, Xbox, then you definitely get a chance to play Gears Reloaded Remastered for no extra cost with all the bells and whistles. If you are the PlayStation dude, well, you have to buck up, and if you want those extra things, then you have to log into your Microsoft account so you can get added into the monthly active users. Stay dangerous, my people. Stay dangerous. So EA finally dropped Madden's full gameplay release, and needless to say, I'm blown away. We're 2 days away from Madden. If you paid for the deluxe edition of the game, EA Sports has released a full deep gameplay, and you can definitely get a chance to check that out. Now, it has a 7-day early access that you'll have a chance to just jump into if you picked up the deluxe edition on it. It comes out August 7th for you guys. Now, those with the standard edition will have to wait until August 14th, which seems like a maddening seems like a maddening amount of time to wait for the game. Now, the game is only available on the Xbox Series S and X, PlayStation 5, the PC, and the Nintendo Switch. Now, the Nintendo Switch 2, it won't come out until later, but it's the first time that Madden since 2013 was released back in, I think it was 2012, will be appeared on the Nintendo console. So now, if you're a Madden head, you get a chance to play what I consider quite possibly the best looking Madden I've ever seen. Quite possibly the best playing Madden I've ever seen. The level of control that you have over the players, your playbook, and how you craft the game around your playing experience is second to none. This is the first time in the first year in a very long time that I will be partaking in Madden. I want to know in the comments below, are you anticipating Madden? Is Madden on your hit list this year? Is this the year that Madden forced you over to play on current gen consoles only? Because this year, for the first time, it's not available on the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One. This thing is only available for those people that took the dive and invested into current gen. And that's what I'm championing. Only current gen should be the hashtag for everything going forward. If you're a fan of Street Fighter 6, well, listen, I got some news for you. The swimsuits are available. But greater than that, larger than that, Sagat content is up. I'm a huge fan of Sagat. If you're playing Street Fighter and he's been the nemesis of Ryu for years, Sagat is back. If you're a fan of Street Fighter, I want you to hear me very clearly. The bathing suits is up. Yes, you see cheeky mopikis. Yes, this is something that you guys like. You get to see abs and muscles. People are oiled up, if you will. But better than that, you get Sagat, the nemesis of Ryu. Now, last time I checked, Ken and Ryu had to jump, old boy, but Ryu split that chest, boy. So again, if you don't know who Sagat is, I suggest you figure it out. But Fight Night Fridays is going to be incredible now that Sagat and these bikini suits are available. So if you like the bikini suit, you like the oiled up look, you like the half naked look, that's your thing, check it out. They're available right now, so go get that. But the Year 3 character is released. And I am more anticipating this character than anybody else because they said he actually plays like how Sagat is supposed to be played. Tiger uppercut, if you will. Be careful because I'm going to keep you at range, but they said he's super deadly when you get into that range. I can't wait. One of the games that I purchased my Nintendo Switch 2 for was Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. And for some strange reason, this game has gone dark. Well, Nintendo reconfirms that the 2025 release window for the Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is still in effect. So it's supposed to be coming out later on this year. Metroid 4 Beyond will be playable at Fan Expo in Canada this month. So all those people like myself that are on edge. I don't know if the game hasn't received as much fanfare as the other games, but I will be eagerly anticipating the release of this game and the build up to it, because I don't know if this game is getting the attention that's necessary. All right, controller watch. Are you a controller head? Are you a collectible type of person? Are you a person that goes out and collects some of the rarest controllers that are in the marketplace? Are you one of those Xbox guys that gotta have it all? Well, 8-Bit Dude's first wireless Xbox controller is a surprise, and it's a rare edition indeed. Now, this rare collaboration with 8-Bit Dude and Xbox has birthed a 40th year anniversary edition. And that's the product's name. Rare 40th Anniversary Edition. 8-Bit Dude's ultimate 3-mode controller for Xbox. Now the controller does 2.4 gigahertz. You can connect it that way, or you can connect it to a USB-C cable and do it wireless. You could do it wireless, or you could, have a dongle as well. Now, it's not the same thing as Microsoft native wireless protocol, so that's why you have a dongle. This device is a little bit different, but the controls on this device, the outlay on this device is actually, it continues to blow me away. Now, it has a Skull of Sea of Thieves, a jigsaw puzzle piece from Rare Fans, a Banjo-Kazooie, and the tactile D-pad is made from a zinc alloy that matches the controller gold aesthetic. If you're looking at the controller like me, it has a docking solution as well. Now, if you look in the picture to my left, you can see that the dongle's here, the docking solution that says Rare is there, and the controller is placed gently in the person's hand. It has a large battery life, a 1,000 ampere life. That's around 4 hours on fully charged for $90. It's on sale right now. Now, I don't know if it's sold out. I'm not a huge controller guy. If I do get controllers, I get them. But I say that while my custom controller from Doom, The Dark Ages, is sitting right next to me. Now, I wish they would have came out with skins, a wrap to go around the Series console, because I am a wrap guy. But let me know if this controller piques your interest. Well, listen, this is a powerful Tuesday, and usually on Tuesday I give you Game Pass Drop Tuesdays, and I started this a long time ago when I first started the channel. But what happened to me was a ton of games became available, and I just started getting a larger and larger backlog as games became more and more tedious and trying to get these things done. And if you think about it, if every week you get a compelling game, every week, it's literally impossible for you to finish these games. Now, I'm trying my best, and it's overwhelming at most. But right now, one of the games that I did purchase, Assassin's Creed Mirage, is a headliner that's coming to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate this month. But they did tell you that nine different games are coming out. But at the same time, I have Grounded 2 that I'm playing. Wu-Chang Fallen Feathers. I tried that streaming. I'm going to play that natively. Too many games has released. And I don't know how you guys deal with it, but let me tell you something. This is the list of the games that are coming out. Now, for today, Rain World came out, and also Descenders Next. If you are a fan of Descenders like myself, you find yourself in a real conundrum because you also have Wheel World, formerly Ghost Bike, out in Game Pass. Now, Citizen Sleeper 2, The Steward of Vector, comes out on August 6th. Lonely Mountain Snow Riders, August 6th. Mech Warrior 5 Clans, August 6th. Orcs Must Die Death Trap, August 6th. Assassin's Creed Mirage, August 7th. Aliens Fireteam Elite, August 12th. And Nine Kings, August 14th. It's too many damn games. I don't know what to do. All I can do is tell you guys, prepare yourself. Your backlog will consume you at some point in time. Now, while everybody's coming out for $80, Mafia is coming out for $50. Smart as hell. Single player story driven narrative game, $50. Get in where you fit in. This is the smartest thing that I've seen in a long time. Knowing your target audience, knowing your value in the marketplace, understanding that you have an IP that needs to be consumed by many, but won't be at a higher price tag. But if you sell more units at a lower cost, you will get your price made. And if the game actually happens to be really good, that $50 will go a long way. 2K, y'all on your job right now. I'm not gonna lie. Now, let me tell you something. I never thought that this generation itself lived up to its promise. And maybe it had everything to do with early on what we was challenged with as an industry, right? So it's a lot of different factors moving in so many different directions early on in the beginning of the console launching this time. With the first time the board is actually really controlling how gaming is going, with the lockdown happening and seeing record sales and software engagement, that brought all types of different predators to the water, where the developers had to take a step back. And the titles that the developers wanted to make for this current gen only wasn't really done. With games like Madden and Battlefield, EA is kind of leading the charge with current gen only taking the largest bets with some of their largest franchises, with their largest franchises. And I think this is the time that everybody follows suit. We were held back by the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, to a greater extent the PlayStation 4. That potato of a machine, with its large user base and the stubbornness of those fans, kept our generation stagnant. Now with games actually targeting this generation and maximizing what this generation has to offer, we get a chance to see what this thing can actually do. And I appreciate it. I wanted it. I come from a time where, to hell with the past, I brought new shiny thing for new shiny things. I don't want to have a console and the previous generation can have the same experience or close to the same experience that I'm having. It's always been new stuff, new experience, introduce FOMO. Past generation can't compete. And that hasn't been the same. That hasn't been the norm. That hasn't been what's been going on. What's been going on is they've been playing the games just like us. And they don't care about the level of resolution and stuff like that, stuff that we actually care about, the ones who've upgraded. So my hat goes off to EA with doing Madden and making Madden respectable, with making Battlefield respectable. Battlefield this weekend starts the beta, and I got a beta code, and I'm going to be playing. I want you guys to understand, respecting my dollar goes a long way. Those titles are definitely purchased based off the fact that you respect me purchasing a console for this generation and not looking backwards to the past. I believe that matters. And I also believe that's why Nintendo understands and gets it. Now, I did have a Freudian slip last video, and I said that the ROG Ally X was way more powerful than the PlayStation 5. Well, when you look at the CPU cores and you look at the Zen 5 architecture versus the Zen 2 and RDNA 2 and all this other stuff, when you look at it as apples and oranges, the PlayStation condensely is appeared to be greater than. But what you fail to realize is that Xbox ROG Ally X, you're able to hook it up to an external GPU to give it a boost that dwarfs the PlayStation 5. And on its own, it's a portable device. When docked, it's able to keep pace. I want you to remember that a lot of those games that are on the PC that are made for the PlayStation, that runs on the PlayStation, runs on your ROG Ally X, Xbox ROG Ally X. And when I'm trying to explain the power narrative, a lot of guys get in their feels. If you don't understand the tech and you don't understand what the Xbox ROG Ally actually means, then say so. You know, it's a good assumption that you would say that the PlayStation 5, and I'm not saying the PlayStation 5 Pro, even though they do have the same CPU and there is a bottleneck. But what I'm trying to explain to you is that on paper, the newer components inside this device, coupled with what it's able to do. See, because you can't take an outside GPU and hook it up to your PlayStation to get extra boost. But you could do that to your Xbox ROG Ally X. And that's my conversation. That's what I was having. So I know sometimes, you know, we take things and we're like, oh, you know, King Xbox, you know, warring. No, I do a lot of satire with stuff. I I own these devices, and I will own the future iterations of whatever devices that these are going forward. And not just for channel purposes, is because this is the stuff that I love. This is the reason why I got into gaming, because I love gaming. I've been gaming forever. I met a fellow graybeard today whose first console was ColecoVision. Also met a fellow graybeard today whose last console was a ColecoVision. He's been PC Master Race. But I understand and I get it, and you're right in some regards, but I'm talking to the greater scope of the machine. Well, this is Xbox Frontline News with your boy, The King. If you liked anything that you see here, please like, follow, and subscribe. I drop videos daily, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm going to ask you to do, like I always do, go where the game is game and the winners win, and try to play the Game Pass.